All right.
A lot of people who wanted to mute me for a long time. Are we live right now?
So we are live now. Now we have audio.
Woo.
You can now the people can hear us.
That's us.
They couldn't up till a minute ago. Not bad.
Yeah,
So
all right.
I'll bring that over closer.
Right, right.
There we go. Ooh,
What kind
that
of
was
mic you
loud.
got there? That's
This is
that.
Shure 55.
Those are good mics.
Oh,
Sure,
that was-
55. Just so you guys know, I now realize I gotta look over there, right? I'm looking at the right place now, yeah.
Oh,
Shure.
this is right in front of my face.
I wasn't gonna say it was a good choice. But
Yeah,
the
Shure
Shure
55.
55 is a very nice mic for this kind of stuff. If you're ever doing these kind of things from your home or whatever, it's a nice one. It's got nice, clean sound, but it's also very forgiving, right?
Well, the thing about this mic, it's a low proximity mic. You got to be up close to it.
So they can't hear me so good right now.
Not so much, but they're going to hear me better. See the meters?
Yeah, that's you.
So that's me. And
Let's hear me.
pretty soon
not
you're
bad.
gonna-
They can hear me.
yeah, well, pretty soon you're going to be, when I get you in, you're going to be on the next one. It'll show camera 2.
Got it.
So, and
Right,
then
so
and then your
let's
audio
just-
will appear.
So you stop right now. I'm just gonna keep talking. See, they can hear me pretty good. It's not too bad.
Not too bad.
It's not too bad because I'm about 3-4 feet from the mic. So
Yeah.
it's not terrible. It's not terrible, but obviously you're better off having 2 mics if you have 2 guests.
Yeah.
So are we gonna WhatsApp me now? Or
I'm going to, if I don't have you in my WhatsApp, do I?
No, don't think so.
Okay, call me in what's your WhatsApp.
I don't mind having you in my WhatsApp though because
Do you have my WhatsApp number? It's the same as my phone number.
yeah. What do I want to do here? Richard, let's ask for a search. Let's go for Robert Taylor. No problem.
Yeah.
There you are. Pacific View 102. You're right there. I'm gonna call you. Right?
Okay.
I'm not calling him, seeing if it's working. This is us working out the bugs, in case you're wondering. It's my first day. I've been at Robert's before, but this is the first day we're talking about what his setup can do. And anything showing up there? I've got you here.
I don't have you yet here.
Oh, I'm recording a message for you. That's hilarious. I thought I was phoning.
I just need your number so I can send you a, just chat to me.
Yeah.
And then I
Oh, there we
can,
go. There's the right one.
then I can send you the link. Oh, there you
There's
go.
a picture of you as a baby.
Okay.
That's you as a baby, right?
Yeah.
Robert was very cute as a baby. There you go. You got me?
Okay, and now I have you. We're going to hang up.
Oh, yeah. I heard him say hang up.
Okay. So now that I have you, where are you? Oh, there you go. So I'm going to send you a text,
No.
and it's going to be a link to
So we would do all this. We were doing normally we would do this before the show started, so they
Just
weren't
to get
watching us do this. But all our guests would
Exactly.
have sent the link, and it'd all be ready to go.
So I just sent you a link.
There it is.
And
Video
then-
Ninja.
Just click it.
Video Ninja.
Video Ninja.
Join room with camera.
I'd like
Screen
to
share
access
with
my. Oh, okay. And
I'll show you. Should I join room with camera? Or should I
yes,
screen
no,
share?
join room with camera.
There we go.
Okay.
Allow while visit. Allow this time. Allow while visiting the site. What should I
Oh
do?
yeah. Allow it to use your video, your
While
camera
visiting
and
the site.
microphone while
While
visiting
visiting
the
the
site. Yeah.
Oh, it was denied.
Huh? Why?
It could be my browser because my phone just reset.
Uh huh.
I'm gonna try it this time. Video source. Yeah, see, this is my phone problem. My
I see
phone
that.
just
No
he's
audio.
more of a tech. Yeah, well, it's just my phone did the reset thing recently, and so once the phone resets, I guess you got to reset all your browser settings so that it's friendly.
Okay, you got no audio. Okay. Video source balanced. Okay. Waiting for camera to load.
Waiting for the camera to load.
That's what it says.
Yeah. Do we
I
need
don't know
to
what's
do anything?
happening.
Yeah. Wow. Weird.
Uh huh.
It's crazy. This is what happens. This is why you do this before the show starts normally, but
Just because you know you gotta make
It's
sure
just
your
working
phone's up to
stuff
date
out,
and
yeah.
stuff.
and it still says no audio.
Okay, do you want to try it? Try it again? Just close it. Try
Sure.
it again.
Close it. Try it again.
So.
Boom. No, still permission access to the camera microphone was denied.
Yeah, you gotta give access to the camera.
So yeah, so I just got to go to their site, I think. And then,
No, you just gotta go to your settings and
oh, that's it. I don't have to do something here on Ninja Docs.
no. That just tells you what to do. I think what happened when you first opened it, you didn't allow it or something.
Yeah, no, like I said, the phone just reset recently.
Oh, I see.
So when the phone resets,
Uh-huh.
everything gets screwed.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So like I'm trying to go to the thing where you can see all this. There it is.
Oh.
So smart view modes. This one maybe? Settings?
Yeah.
Connections, modes and routines, sounds and vibrations, notifications, display
Permissions.
battery, permissions, home screen, security and privacy, location, account backup, Google advanced feature, digital well-being controls, device care. And it's exciting, folks. It's pretty exciting.
So,
General management maybe? No.
no,
About phone. I
that's
don't know.
fine.
Yeah. This is where I pass the phone to him because he's generally smarter than me.
No, I wouldn't say
But it
that.
is it's an Android. So are you familiar with Android? Or are you more?
This is Android.
So you're an Android.
So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna close it all,
Just closing it all.
and I'm gonna start over.
It's gonna start over.
And I'm gonna go there.
Yeah.
I'm going to click that so we can get in.
So
Join
now-
room with camera. Permission to access camera was denied. Please
See?
ensure you have allowed the mic permissions in your browser. Okay, let's see how to do that. Okay. Oh yeah, so let's open up a browser first. Do you have a Chrome? By the way, you need Chrome. Do you have Chrome on here?
I think I have Google Chrome. Maybe not. Let's see. This one? No.
Yeah, there you go. So you go up here, and then you go to settings. Okay, and then we want to go to
Camera or something.
site settings, location camera, ask first, microphone blocked. You need to unblock it.
Oh,
Okay,
I have.
and camera, unblock. Okay, let's see camera. See exceptions.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Allow.
Allows good. That's on allow. So that's
Yeah.
good. Maybe it'll work this time.
A microphone. So camera blocked.
See, even though you unblocked it,
Let
it did
Chrome
block
on
it
microphone.
again.
Also turn on microphone in Android settings. So,
See, and this is all because my phone reset during the night the other day.
Oh,
And so
no.
everything that I had set up changed. I don't know why it does that. It doesn't really make sense.
yeah. Permissions. Camera. Allow only while using this app, which is good. That's the camera. Microphone. Allow only when using this app. That's good. All right. Now let's see if that works. Now we're going to
You
open
may
up.
have done it. I'm gonna try it again.
We'll try it again.
Third time's a charm. Here we go.
Allow while using this site. Waiting for camera to load. There you go.
Just like that.
Start. And then there you are up there.
There I am.
Okay, so yeah.
Let's see if I put that there. Oh,
Or you could do it like this. Sideways like that.
yeah.
Oh,
Then we gotta get it to adjust.
well, what happens?
I don't know. That's crazy.
Isn't that weird? Okay. That's okay.
Because you're gonna go up and down.
Okay, so now to get you into there, what happened? You disconnected.
Something's happening.
Okay, hang up.
Oh, there we go. My back? Yeah.
Yeah, but okay, let's hang up. Play close all.
Do it again.
I want to refresh this. Reload. Okay, so we're going to copy link, and then we're going to send it to Jaque in his WhatsApp. We're going to send it. Okay, now we're going to
WhatsApp.
open up his WhatsApp. Sent from me.
Again.
Here we go. Showroom and camera. There you go. Start.
Let's start again. There we go.
There we go. So now we'll leave it like that. So we don't want to mess with it too much.
Just
So.
want to make you look at me though.
Okay.
We've already got you.
Oh, yeah, you already got me.
Over there.
So you're gonna look like a telephone over there. So now that I have you here,
Yeah.
I take this, and I can have 4 or 5 people.
Yeah.
Say you have 5 cameras around the stage. Well, they're considered camera 1, camera 2. So I'll just copy that link, and I'm gonna send it to myself because I need to get it over here.
Right. Everybody, how's it going?
Okay. So
Yep.
now that I have it, oh, sorry, I sent it to you. Ignore that one.
I'll ignore that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to you.
This
There
is
we go.
me ignoring that one. So yeah, watch out for some exciting stuff. Rob is already doing a lot of exciting stuff on the Raw and Real show, right? How often do you do it?
Once a couple. It's been still building.
He's still building it, but every couple of weeks he'll put something up.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be working with a guy named Jason Hunt, who's a very bright cameraman, creative force, actor, writer, and such. There I am.
So I copied that.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to go to camera 2 because you're camera 2.
And camera 2.
Yes, and you're there. Now I'm going to get you in there. So I get that. Hit the
Should be
properties.
showing up soon.
Yes, sir.
And of course, we would be doing all this stuff before
the show.
There you
There
go.
I am. Look, there I am.
There I am.
There I am.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
going to
I'm gonna
get some
get some
feedback.
feedback.
So because,
So
we're in the same spot.
Right,
Because normally I would be somewhere else.
Exactly. So I'm going to mute you there.
I've been muted, but we can still hear me on the Shure microphone, I'm pretty sure.
Yes,
Pretty
he's-
sure, get it?
You can. If I was
Yeah,
to
I can still- I
unmute
can see
you.
me. I can see me over there.
Yeah,
Yeah, still showing up.
look at that.
There we are.
But I don't know why your phone doesn't.
There
Oh, it does.
There
Look at
Now
that.
we got both of us.
Now look at that. Now we can look at you big.
Yeah. But do
That's
we want
yours.
both of us?
That's mine. That could be a different camera. See how that works?
Yeah, but do we want it just me? 'Cause we don't need you, because we've got you. That's my hand there.
Well. I mean, when you're wide, you can see us both. Well, there you are.
That's me.
And then ours, I am.
Yeah.
And
And that's the camera off your computer. Right
and
there.
see, you don't have a window behind you,
No.
but you do for me. Look, isn't that cool?
Whoa, that's
Oh.
a camera window.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty cool.
So this is just like I could turn that off. If you don't want the frame, I can get rid of it.
Right.
It's,
So,
I'm
lots
just
of options.
lots of options.
Yeah,
You
one
can-
of the things we're going to be wanting to do in the other show, according to Jason, I have lots of different ideas myself, is where you're watching a bit of news, and then you stop the news clip and then you cut to us chit-chatting about that bit of news, and then you go back to it. That's one of the things we're going to be talking about, because we want to take a bit of the piss on the world,
Right?
because it's crazy right now, so we've got to find some comedy. We also want to give Canadian perspective, so it's not going to be the only news we're talking about is Canadian news, because the rest of the world doesn't care that much. Oh, look,
So I got
So I
you
got
here
you
too.
too.
I have me here too. It's okay.
It's okay.
They're not
gonna
going to
double.
It's just us.
Nice.
So as you were saying just
just
now about what you just said, so we can.
Trump's new national weather
There's an
service gutted by
example
cuts
about Donald
to their
Trump.
operating budget and most experienced personnel. At a press conference last night, one of the officials said, quote, the original
Yeah,
he's had a hell of a show.
Hell of a
Hell of a Saturday, Frank.
Actually, I want to show you something.
Apparently,
On your phone,
yeah.
the reason why I have this set up like this
Yes.
is so that you can hear the conversations on your phone.
Right.
So, can you hear that at all?
And you're, I can hear it through the head.
I can hear it through the head, through your
You
speakers.
should be able to hear it.
Your headphones.
And
Still working.
Still working stuff out. We're still working stuff out, folks. That's Rob's arm right there. Look at that.
You
You don't get to normally see this sort of thing
on
on streams.
there's the desktop. Why isn't the desktop running? Boy, I would
Boy,
have,
I would have,
you know why?
you know why?
Oh, there it
Oh,
is.
there it is.
Okay, set it for
Set
there.
it for there.
The
The
desktop.
desktop.
Oh, that's
Oh,
because I
that's
don't have
because
it
I don't
on.
have it on.
Forecast we received on
There
Wednesday
it is.
from the National Weather
Anything
Service
there?
predicted 3 to 6
No,
inches
you
of
hear it through
rain
your
in the
headphones.
Concho Valley and 4 to 8 inches
Well,
of
you should
rain
be
in
hearing it
hearing
through
it
your
through
phone
your
as
phone
well.
the
as
hill
well.
country.
You know what
The
the
amount
fuck
of
is
rain
that?
that fell
I
in these
can't.
locations was
I hear
never
it
in
over
any
there.
of their forecasts.
Oh,
Everybody
I know
got
why.
the
You know why?
forecast from the
Okay,
National
okay.
Weather Service.
So-
They
so
did
one
not
thing I
predict the
forgot.
amount of rain that
Which
we
I have
saw.
to-
have to do.
Hear it in their own words. Let's
Is-
play
there it
this
is.
clip.
Original forecast that we
You
received
should be
on
able to hear
Wednesday
everything
from
coming
the
from
National
you.
Weather Service predicted 3 to 6 inches of rain in the Concho Valley and 4 to 8 inches of rain in the
Have you
hill
got your
country.
volume up on
We
that?
worked with our own meteorologists to fine tune that weather statement, and as many of you know, and many of you in broadcast journalism and meteorology, you can go back and look at your own forecast, and the amount of rain that
Put the
fell in this
volume up.
specific location was never in any of those forecasts.
This rain event sat on top of that and dumped more rain than what was forecasted on both of those forks. When we
should
got
have,
the
like, you know,
report,
when
it
you
was
talk on your
about
phone.
7 feet or so
Yeah.
Or
on the South
on
Fork,
the-
and
on
within
speaker.
a matter of
Yeah.
minutes, it was up to 29
Yeah.
feet,
Yeah.
and all
like
of
this.
that
Do it like this.
converged at the Guadalupe, and that's where we saw those very quick rise and flood.
But listen,
Yeah, it's people I
everybody
get
got
on
the
my phone
forecast from the
usually.
National Weather Service, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You all got it. You're all in
So-
media.
so-
You got
So-
the forecast. It did not predict the amount of rain that we
Shut it
saw.
off in the other thing. So
Right.
maybe say
Now, in addition to them,
media, no
the
phone,
top
my phone
government
may have no
official
sound.
in Kerr
Yeah, you know
County,
what I mean?
Judge Rob Kelly, said that he wasn't sure why Camp Mystic and these other camps
Well,
were
that's the
not
problem with this.
evacuated
Oh, yeah,
on
no,
time.
it's still there.
And he said that he just
But why
didn't
is
have
it
all
not
of the
there?
information. Here's what he has to say. Play this clip.
One of these camps evacuated yesterday. Texas Department of Emergency Management put out a phone call and said,
What
there's going to
happened?
be a problem. We knew there was going to be a problem. Why weren't these camps evacuated?
I can't answer that.
What's
I don't
going
know.
on?
Well, you're the judge. I mean, you're the top official here in this county.
But yeah, apparently all those
Why can't you answer that?
those things that he
There are
put
kids
in
missing.
the
These camps
alligator
were in harm's
prison
way. We knew this flood was
detention
coming.
camp
We didn't know this flood was coming.
slash
Rest assured, no one knew this kind of flood was coming.
alligator Auschwitz.
We have floods all the time. This is the most dangerous river valley in the United States.
Nobody thought.
And we deal with floods on a regular basis. When it rains, we get water. We had no reason to believe that this was going
That's
to be
really weird.
anything like what's happened
And I
today.
lost
And
it.
by the way,
Now,
that area in
course it
Kerr
would be that
County is
way
like
now.
70% MAGA as well. I wanted to show you this,
Okay.
and you know we've played this clip
can they
before.
see
This
Buddy
is
over there?
John
No, they can only
Morales.
see what's over on
He's
this
the
side.
NBC
the
Miami
problem.
meteorologist. He's very well
I can fix
respected
that.
in that
Fix that
area.
real quick.
And about
I'm gonna-
a month or so, maybe longer than that,
gonna
Morales was talking about how his forecasts were
Yep, I'm
extremely
gonna hang up.
degraded as a result of the cuts to the National
that, how
Weather
that just went
Service.
bye-bye?
And this was an
Normally-
issue that
now,
he
if you
was
had a-
hearing from meteorologists and others who need access to this data
Okay.
across the country. Here, let's play it.
And as you've grown accustomed to my presentations over my 34 years in South Florida newscasts, confidently, I went on TV and I told you it's going to turn. You don't need to worry. It is going to turn. And I am here to tell you that I am not sure I can do that this year
Okay, I'm gonna refresh that.
because of the cuts.
Now, this
the
one we
gutting,
made a
the
temporary page.
sledgehammer
So that
attack
could be the issue there.
on science in general.
So what I'll do is I'll
and I
go-
could talk about that for a long, long time.
Invite a guest,
And how that is affecting the U.S.
copy link.
Leadership in science over many years,
And I'm gonna
and
send
how
that
we're
to
losing that leadership, and this is a
friend Jaque.
multi-generational
Right,
impact
probably,
on
yeah, if I'm
science in
invited
this
as a
country.
guest, that
All
would
right.
probably be a
But
stronger
specifically,
connection than-
let's talk
Yeah.
about the federal government cuts to the
Exactly.
National Weather Service. And
But
to
we're
know-
just
did you know
doing a display.
that Central and
Normally
South
we
Florida
wouldn't be
National
showing
Weather
this
Service offices are
streaming
currently
as
basically
what's involved,
20
but
to
that's the kind of
40%
guest we are.
Yeah,
understaffed.
right.
I don't mind people
From
watching,
Tampa
people
to Key
working on
West,
nuts and bolts.
including the Miami office, 20 to 40% understaffed. Now, this type of staffing shortage is having impacts across the nation because there's been a nearly 20% reduction in weather balloon releases, launches, that carry those radio signs. And what we're starting to see is that the quality of the forecasts is becoming degraded. There's also a chance because of some
Yeah, the bottom one, yeah. Gonna enter room and camera, yeah. Let's see how fast. Now that you got it set, start. Look at that, real fast.
Way fast.
Okay, now I'm going to copy your solo link. I'm gonna
How
send
do
it.
I get on,
Oops, I'm gonna bring you over. Fuck.
Yeah, it doesn't give me the option of doing.
I'm gonna send you now. Since you're in. Oh no, ignore that. I gotta send it to me.
Don't
Did that
send it to
again.
you.
Command V. Gonna send it over to myself. And then I'm gonna take this link. See, I'm doing stuff that I wouldn't normally do because I'm just showing you people. So, camera 2. There we go. And we get you in there. There we go.
There we go.
So,
So
the beauty thing about this
is
see, there's not much delay. You can't.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
okay,
yeah,
wait.
That's pretty
That's
close.
pretty close.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
It's,
Yeah, there's
yeah,
you.
there's you.
There's me.
Me.
There's both of
Both
us.
of us.
Both of us
Both of
there.
us there.
So you
you
automatically into the areas. And then we can
Some of these
talk
cuts
about
out.
about stuff.
NOAA
And-
Hurricane
and-
Hunter aircraft will not be able to fly this year, and with less reconnaissance missions,
You
we
can
may
hear
be
through your
flying
ear,
blind.
right?
I can
We
hear
may
through
not
your ears.
exactly know how strong a hurricane is before it reaches the
pass me
coast,
those headphones?
like
I'll be able to hear
happened
the
a couple of
loud
years
stuff.
ago in Hurricane Otis in Acapulco, Mexico.
No.
So I was asked to talk about this today. I'm glad I was. I just want you to know that what you need to do is call your representatives and make sure that these cuts are stopped.
You know, and as we're hearing those types of stories as well, the Trump regime continues to clamp down on.
Yeah, this year. Yeah. Right over it, yeah.
Clamp down
I
on,
don't know
destroy,
wrong.
and degrade
Did you hear anything?
the ability of weather forecasters to get their information. We also see that the Defense Department is depriving weather forecasts
things are happening.
or sharing their data with meteorologists. They're blocking
thought I
off
heard something
the data that they have at the Defense Department.
Okay.
Like, why would you be so cruel and
You gotta
do
check your
that
phone.
unless you
Because,
are okay with
um,
these mass
should be able to
casualty
hear
events?
things.
I mean, it's
Things
absolutely
coming out
horrible. So yesterday, Donald
stuff
Trump
like
did
stuff
not
coming
address
back, going
this
back.
catastrophe in Texas. Throughout most of the morning, he didn't. When he was on the
it's
airplane,
right here.
on Air Force One, he was asked about it, and then he says it's terrible.
No.
The floods, it's shocking.
No.
They don't know the answer yet as to how many people, but it looks like some young people have died. That's his response to all
Why
of
not
this.
give this
He
sound
was
of the year?
partying while
Because
this
you
was
should be able to
taking
hear
place.
me.
He made
hear
no
me.
statements yesterday, made no comments yesterday, and for most of the morning he said nothing. Play this clip.
Right now, I'm hearing him.
Yeah. And then, and we can talk
about it.
And
What Trump said.
It's shocking. They don't know the answer yet as to how many people, but it looks like some young people have died. Oh yeah, we'll take care of it. We're working with the governor. It's a terrible thing.
Play for you this clip as well. This is horrific. It's a nightmare. Here's a lady in a flooded home in Texas with nobody coming to help them. The resources have been severely degraded. You can see for yourself. I mean, she's struggling. Just can someone send a boat? Can someone send something? And the water's about to rise right where her husband is on the hospital bed. Here, play this clip.
Okay, my house is flooding.
I can hear him.
Anybody out there?
Yeah, everything you see on the right.
I have my dad on hospice, and I need to get him out of here. He's bedridden. He can't walk. He can hardly move. And the water
is
what you should hear on your
So
phone.
somebody, please, we've called
do
911.
you know why you
can't
hear
It's
something?
bad over here.
Let me
Let me show you.
In front of the
I'm gonna
house,
give
it's
you a
like
box.
river.
Watch
Watch this.
I forgot
I mean, it's
about
like a
this.
lake.
You know,
You forgot about
I did, right?
They can't
So
come water.
I'm going to activate.
Everything. This, we've lived here for
Start
30
virtual
years.
camera.
This has
Now you
never
can see
happened.
what's
See what's going on.
There's And so anybody, please, if you have a boat or something, I need help. I need to get my dad out of here. It's starting to smell like sewer in here.
See, you can do it on your phone now. Yeah, so this is the reason why I have it coming this way. And I have a
And I have
virtual
a
camera.
Congress member, Jared
So that-
Moskowitz, who ran
The guests
the
when they're
emergency
talking,
management
all the
department
Yeah.
But
in
it's
Florida
nice to know that
before
the guests
becoming a member of
can
Congress.
listen.
He says the following:
Yeah.
Now,
the
there's
flood
one
news
issue.
coming from Texas
When
is
you talk,
devastating.
you'll probably
I'm praying
hear
for the safe
yourself.
return of all
So
missing
what I like
lives
to do
and mourning for
is
families of
when
the
it's
lost.
happening,
As a former emergency manager, I know it's critical. Our emergency responders have every tool they need to save lives and deliver relief. And I know you, watching the Midas Touch Network, know that we've been covering this issue about the degradation of the National Weather Service, of the National Ocean.
Hit one button. And then everybody can talk again in here. That's just so you're not over doubling
Yeah.
yourself when you're talking. So that's an audio issue that's inevitable. And I gotta work with that. This is what this is for. So I can use none of you. Yeah.
One of the things I'm going to be trying to maximize when we eventually get going with this thing is I want to talk about the stuff that we've used so that we can either get free goodies or
like
swamps. Yeah, because and it's not even about the sponsors as much as if you're using the Stream Deck, for instance, and you found the work stuff. We want to tell people. Get yourself a Stream Deck because we use it and it works pretty well. If you find a better one,
it's really great not having to use the keyboard and the mouse, fumbling around. Like here's using the mouse to pause this guy. You see him using the mouse, and I gotta go down.
And you can't not see. There's no way to not see him.
Yeah. So what I do instead of that, I can just mute. That's El Delgado's Stream Deck.
Good mode because a lot of times when people stuff, people really you got them like good. So I like how he to let you know from there. He doesn't even try to hide the microphone. Interesting choice.
The whole crew was like that. Him and his two brothers. Jordy, I can't remember the other guy's name. That's Ben. They've interviewed the president.
They've done really good. We weren't showing a lot of them on.
Because they bring receipts. They're not just opinionated. They're like they'll show you the facts. They'll show you if they're talking about like OPOC, which is with the Midas Touch Network as well. Legal AF. Legal as fuck.
Maybe you did.
Yeah, right? Yeah. AF. We all know what AF stands for. But he brings receipts. He brings the court documents. Reads through it. Yeah, and then they're like, okay, you decide. Don't listen to my opinion. Here's the facts. And you come up with your own outcome of those facts. What do you think? Where a lot of the legacy media and the others not showing
the trouble these days is our great leader has created a 1984 type reality where even when you present them with the facts, and I have a friend who's a big Trump fan, he will say, well, no, I have my own thing. So they will be given alternate facts, and they've now accepted that that's real. They're not understanding the concept of alternative facts is bullshit. Yeah. You can have alternate perspectives on the fact. That you can't have. Right? Somebody could look at the whole science of climate change. I just said ambient.
That's just ambient. That means that's okay.
So, we can debate whether or not climate change is happening as a result of human activity or if it's just a cyclical thing.
Yeah.
Most people are going to say it's pretty scientific evidence that humans have a huge impact. But that's a debate. But you can't have a debate whether or not climate change is real.
The thing is about that climate change. So they call it global warming.
Yes.
That's been kind of debunked. Now they're calling it something different. The sun goes through a cycle. One volcano that goes off produces more CO2 in the atmosphere than all humans put together. And it happens. And then we need more trees. That's our culture, which is good. We do need CO2. Yeah, it's a circle of life, I guess. And governments or big corporations, they like to make money on tragedies and call it something else. Like there's a lot of money in poverty. Do they want to fix the poverty issue? No, because they'll lose
There's a lot of money
money.
in sickness.
And sickness. Do they want people to be totally healthy? No, because then they're not going to make money. Exactly. So, like cancer. Is there a cure for cancer? Does anybody ever really know? I'm thinking maybe there is, but that'll certainly end a lot of fun. I'd be out of job. Like I work at Triumph, we do research and, on treatment for cancer and stuff, amongst other things. If there was a cure for cancer, that money would be gone. So it's a tough one. It is. So is climate change real, or is it just? I mean, I'm sure we're contributing.
Well, climate change is real. We can see
for sure.
It's just the cause of climate change.
Exactly.
Are
we causing it?
I think it's like anything. Like if you don't put enough sugar in your cake, it's going to fail. If you don't put enough flour in your cake, it's going to fail. Put the oven too hot. There's mitigating factors, and so you want to try and make sure that your recipe is sound and that your temperature and is the right temperature. Then you get a better chance of having a good cake. So if humans do their part, we're not going to be able to do much more.
Well, they're talking about they want to do all these electric vehicles to help with the climate. Well, that's the problem. I mean, the lithium, which is, and what do you do with spent batteries?
Right? But they don't talk about all that stuff too. And the thing about it too is that a lot of the facts or alternatives are like remember when CDs came out?
Yes.
I
was right beside the record, man. I thought I was going to be out of a job.
Right? And they said at the time, CDs will never scrap.
It was.
That was a lot. And they started those light bulbs. They say will last 10,000.
They don't.
No, it's more like 10,000 seconds.
Pretty much. That's the LED ones.
I was like, how often I got to change the light bulb?
1986. I was at Stand Recommend. I said them all working. On the counter. Lady comes up. Well, actually, to somebody else. And then they always gave me this lady because I'm pretty good at pulling things. It's constant. Well, she came to with this. My CD is all broken. I thought it was indestructible. I'm like, well, there's a footprint. Like, what are you doing? It's like, come on. It's indestructible if you look after indestructible. So she thought, I gave her a refund anyways. The broken CD. But she literally see a footprint. Somebody stepped on it and she returned it because it was an actual footprint. And you can see it. And it's like, I know it's indestructible, so they say. I mean, they weren't. You scratched it, messed up.
They were like a record.
They were. You scratch it.
This is a record.
Stomp on the floor, get it going again.
Wasn't good.
No, not good at all.
This is my point. They were lying. They've been known to lie.
That's right.
Light bulbs are live. I gotta go fairly soon, but gotta look at the whole setup. Does look great. I can see how we could do either
we could do remote. We could do remote together.
And the other reality is that I think that you can be a great source of keeping track of your favorite news events that we'll have access to
which will be displayed something like this. I'll have my list over here. We discuss credits on what we're talking about. So got heads up. Obviously, somebody has to be the director. And it's the control center. Normally one person would handle this computer, another person would handle that computer, but I don't know. I've got it for enabling me to do that. We only have so many hands, and instead of having two hands, one for this. I mean, sorry, one for two hands. I am not just in the smoking, but smoking's bad for you.
Smoking bad. Marijuana.
Say no to tobacco. Tobacco is not a good thing. You know, I always have a hard time with podcasts. This is why remote work's great. You know, sometimes you gotta stop looking at the camera because you're looking the other way. So, you know, I want to be looking at that right there. I'm talking to you people right there. But I have a hard time talking to myself, right? Because I tend to answer myself. It's good to have someone beside you, like get my hand in there, right? Boom, boom, boom. It's just something in your ear. Let me get that for you. It's actually the delay is pretty good, considering you're on a completely different network with your phone. You could be in Italy right now. You can be at a ball game. You could be
I wish I was in Italy.
Ireland or something even.
I've been in Ireland.
You know, you can be up Squamish. It could be the same thing. Now, there's one thing you got to remember when you're doing this, and if you're going to put a show on a stage and you want to use five different or four different phones as a camera, and I bring them all in, it's to plug them in.
Because if the battery dies,
it just goes. And then you're using video streaming, it'll go quicker than it will.
Like mine's already down to 35%.
Yeah, right. So you want to. So there's that. Normally it's quicker than what we did because you know, like you said, your phone reset. Normally it's just boom, 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 bam, you're in. It's convenient. You can pull in guests on the fly even. You know, just bring them in as a square. Yeah, it's a great system.
Square
guys, yeah. Around people too, but
But I'm kind of happy. The very last thing I want to say is happy. I'm sad for the people in Texas.
Yes.
I'm happy that the spit is hitting the fan because it's got to hit the fan for people to realize that.
You know, it's funny. I'm torn with that. So one side of me is like, I feel bad for the people. They're not getting the help. And another side of me, because of the rhetoric, wants to see the United States fail.
Yeah.
I want to see him like, oh, boo.
Like I read a stat recently. I think it's 68% of the business we used to do with the States we're now doing with Europe and China. And I'm glad because Trump as you know, his original he has this weird notion. He just believes whatever he needs to believe to complement the story he's telling. So, despite the fact that everyone in the world, other than him and his followers because they're knows that Canada is their top
customer.
Like they talk about it in terms of we say we'll just use 400 billion. We sell 400 billion to the States, but we only buy 360 billion back. Right, so it's a $40 billion deficit for them, according to Trump. But what he's not taking into account is there's 10 times more than that of them. So if you take that into account, we're buying way more from them per person than they're buying from us.
Well, the way I see it, they buy what they need from us.
Right. Yeah.
We buy what we want from them. Because we really don't need anything from them. I mean, there's a lot like the auto trade, the auto, the market. That's an exception where we do rely on each other.
Yeah.
But the rest, I mean, it's no wonder they buy so much off us. And he's confused. He's calling that a deficit. What it's not. It's how much you got to spend on something.
Yeah, they have more money to spend too.
Well, you know, and they talk about tariffs. Oh, dairy, 400%, 200%. Well, they've never paid a penny in tariffs because they don't reach the threshold.
Right.
So, yeah, we may charge them 200% or 400. I'm not sure their numbers. Tariffs on our dairy to protect our market, but they've never had to pay that because they've never reached the threshold. See, that's the way our tariff works. Is once you reach this threshold, you got to pay this much because we need to protect our market. But anything below that,
Right.
you know, we can deal with it.
The main point I'm saying is that he's selling people on the notion that they don't need us because they don't do a lot of business with. But it's not true. It's not even close to true. So when Canada is doing 70% of its business elsewhere, they're going to feel it.
Oh, 100%.
They're going to feel it, and then you'll have a story to tell. We're evil, whatever.
Oh no, he's going to say, well, see what I think and what I predict. He's going to use a certain thing. He's talking about making us 51st state. He's going to use certain instances like that to say it's a security, and then have justification to do whatever he's going to do next.
Which we don't know.
We don't know.
And based on what he's done in the first 6 months, we're in for a heck of a ride.
We're in for a ride, and yeah. So in saying that,
I got to run.
Mr. Jaque, it was
Boom,
great. This is our first.
There, we can see the delay there. Look at that. Here, watch the delay. There's a slap. There's a slap.
Yeah, a little bit. But if we
Somebody
work
slapped.
together, we'd never
That's pretty
notice.
good.
The audio is automatically in sync.
Yeah.
So
That's pretty good.
it's just because it's where we are. If we weren't beside each other.
Wouldn't be so obvious.
Yeah, and I mean, you got to figure
Well,
this.
probably we could stop doing this.
Yeah, we stopped doing that. So there we go. There we have it. We have Ben. Thank you, Ben, for being our special unknown guest. And we're gonna hang up now.
Real, raw and real.
Rod real, Rod real.
Because it's Rob's real deal.
Yeah, for real.